Hello friends, welcome back to the garden. We finally got some rain around here, lasted about a day, maybe two. So everything is perking back up, at least everything that doesn't look dead. These squirrels are on the hunt, preparing themselves for winter, digging up all of my gardens, but that's okay. The transplants I did here, I forget what they're called. We call them Aiden's blue flowers because we picked them out. They're happy in their transplantness, especially this one, which I did early on. The others aren't doing too bad. That one's hiding in the corner under some leaves. My blue star had seeds on him, which I collected. They're pretty interesting. They're kind of cylindrical. More of the transplants. I keep coming over here and pulling out weeds. Thistle. A dead looking tree. I'm hoping he comes back, but I really don't know what happened to him. The blue Elijah definitely prefers some sun. As if you remember, if you've been following, he was up here in this pot underneath of the sycamore. He got very little sun and was not happy. But as soon as I moved him right over here, he's all happy again. The wild ginger looks like it survived, which is good. Hopefully the roots themselves are fine. But he did not have a good time of it when we got all that drought. Definitely perked up since the rain. The lavender is too shaded. These guys, black mamba, I believe they're called, they spread. So the initial mother plant and then little pups popping up spread pretty far from the mother plant, and then here. And then I have some more over here. So if you're looking for this cute grassy look, it has pretty flowers and puts these little black berries. My dog hasn't eaten them, so I don't know if they're poisonous. Oh look, more pups. With our horrible drought, he did fine. And shade tolerant because of sycamore. This one gets a lot more sun, so good for sun, good for shade. This is Little Devil Ninebark. No, this is Dark Night. This was a cutting I took. I stuck in a pot. Didn't religiously water him. Is super happy. Again, some sun comes in from here, then he gets shade, and then he stays shade, and then gets very evening sun. Is much happier than the guy in the front yard, which I'll show you towards the end of the video. So I would rightly say he's more shade happy. He's gonna put off more flowers. Look at that. This is a purple tomatillo. Definitely needs a mate or two. Has not produced any fruit. We're pulling down the garden beds. Obviously with the drought, 90% of my stuff died. So I'm just stacking. Oh, he's happy again. I have a red jalapeno. Nope, he's not happy. But eggplants perked back up. Definitely recommend more than one eggplant. Cute. Because I've only gotten one actual fruit off of him. Carrots are still here, beets are still here. Now they've gotten rain. They're gonna perk back up, but we'll see. I'm using my garden bed as storage, really, for the carrots. These guys are finally coming in. Turkish cayenne, my normal cayenne. Paprika got too shaded out and too dry. So I learned a lot from the drought this year. Definitely learned I need to plan better water retention. Yeah, even my witch hazel struggled. I'm sure you saw the last video. I flipped over my beds, so dirt, all the bottom compost from him in there, left the other compost. I still need to sift through him, put the good shit over here, the half composted over here, and then leave the, green shit there. That's a bad word. But when I took down all of my, what are they called? Amaranth. There we go. When I took down all the amaranth, I threw a bunch of his seed heads over here. I've decided I'd rather eat them as greens than save seeds. It's too much of a pain in my butt. So I'm gonna have our little growthing over here. And then I did it again along there where my corn was, because I cut that down. I moved all of my started plants off of my shelf into the corner. I'm not doing too bad. He's whatever he is. I have a huge mess over here. But that one's in the ground, the black lace. This black lace is regrowing. So they definitely like the shade. And then goji, I forget what he's called. Juniper. Redbud, that's another 9 bark. No, dark night. Why do I keep calling him 9 bark? That dark night is going inside though. I'm hoping he just went dormant. But some things after a couple days of hard rain are coming back, like this comfrey. Even the lilies. Now that they've gotten some rain, they're resprouting. So maybe he'll resprout. Yeah. Someone more than me might be able to know. As you can see, definitely got a lot of rain. It filled up that bucket. The raspberries are done. I cut down the tobacco, but again, rain and they're back. I'm hoping they come back from seeds. These are black Spanish radishes, and that is scratchy. They handled the drought beautifully. And sun. They get a lot of sun here. He's not big enough to really block much of anything. Strawberry struggled. Again, my amaranth. I cut down my corn. I got weeds to pull. Even these guys, the Cherokee tobacco, are coming back. Super soft. But I'm doing what I did last year, leaving the seeds to just kind of do their thing. My blackberries. I'm pretty sure these guys are dead. There we go, yep. But the green stalk's not. So I might trim them up. All the brown stuff, leave all the green stuff. I have more amaranth hiding underneath of the leaves. I'm leaving the pawpaws leaves to fall. So big. I've never seen pawpaw shaped like that. I'm used to them being understory. Broom corn fell over. They have pretty seed heads though. A little pinkish, a dark mahogany, burnt orange, and this pretty black. I wanted to make brooms out of it, but I don't have enough here. So I'm just gonna make decorations and save seeds. He perked up with a little rain, but I knew he would. And he's blooming. They're definitely pretty flowers. They're scraggly, but pretty flowers. Ah. Wasp nest is right up in there. They don't like me over here. The sweet peas, that's what's growing up the fence. This one looks like it died, partially, but I got lots of new growth. They stayed green all winter, so they might do it again, even though they're that big. So that makes me happy. I need to pick up the bottom ones. The magnolia is taking well. This and that magnolia I have watered religiously through the drought. The Rose of Sharon didn't need it. Kept blooming. See if I can grab one of those. Kept blooming through the drought. No worse for wear. The aronia started dropping though. Even he stressed. Look at that. A little bit of rain and the nasturtium are gonna bloom again. I did save the seeds. They just kind of, when they're ready, they just kind of fall off. And I assume they have those big seeds inside. But they're good. They taste like radish, the flowers. Apparently you can use the seeds as capers, at least these pods here. But I like them. I'm gonna have to put them more prominently in the garden. Maybe along the fence row at the feet of everything else. And my beautiful purple flowers. They got covered in a powder, like a concrete powder, when the patio guys fixed the concrete. I could not get it washed off, no matter how much I watered it, and then the drought, and no matter how much I watered them. But you can see some spots where there was no powder, where it just has a little drought suffrage. And then randomly up here, probably because it was protected from the sun because of the Nurian. But cross your fingers for me, it comes back with a vengeance. I want it to spread. That makes me happy. He's got buds for next year. Got a little hosta growing at its feet, thanks to the squirrels. And those guys. Definitely had a stressful year, but my garden has helped me. All right, let's get to the other side of those wasps, shall we? Made it past the wasps. I've got a yucca doing good here. Cut down the bee balm, but he has spread by root, so nice and full. Look at that, little rain and things come back. All kinds of things come back. Some things survived the drought, the peonies, bee balm, milkweed, obviously the lavender. The violets did not like the drought at all. Didn't do too bad. I need to cut them off at the house, that's for sure. Look, milkweed still coming up over here. Here is the parent Dark Knight. So, not the happiest, kind of scraggly. New growth coming in down there. So, maybe I need to cut them back harder. Look at that. He's put on new growth here and there. Most of them looks dead. I don't really know what he wants. I haven't really done anything here. Someone's hurting my plants. Here, let's see if we can squirrel dug hole. Nope, we're just gonna bury him like that then. Maybe he'll put some roots on. If it stays wet enough, he probably will. This is the little devil. Pretty purple, mahogany, reddish, new growth. Purple dark growth. Everybody's leaning east. Let me get my trash cans here. I cut down the oxeye and the yarrow. This I don't know, possibly dead. He was getting beat up, trampled, peed on, who knows what else. Possibly too dry, maybe not enough nutrients, because it is kind of dry over here. But the columbines are doing good, except for him. He stays small. It literally gets bigger the farther away from the driveway it gets. Yeah. Back to the back. Now that we've had some rain, it doesn't look so bad. Now that we've had some rain, it doesn't look so bad. Not as depressing as it was.